news stories happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth analysis aimed at promoting the brand idea. I am OLAWALE. Stay tuned.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we'll bring you the latest developments around brands and on the field of marketing and advertising in Nigeria and around the world. Now on brand news. As part of its first major global redesign in 14 years, Pepsi has unleashed a fresh visual identity across over 120 markets in the world. The fresh look of its logo features Pepsi in a glimmer of pulsing electric blue and black, transporting the global cola brand into a new epoch. The new logo was first launched in the US before launching in over 120 countries through various consumer touchpoints to support a range of cultural moments throughout 2024. Commenting on the new look, Eric Mellis, Vice President, Global Brand Marketing at PepsiCo, says they wanted to show how Pepsi, through this visual identity change, brings to life its brand platform, Thirsty for More, which is the attitude and mindset of its target audience. MediaFuse Denso Nigeria, a leading integrated marketing communications network, has marked a decade of driving innovation and growth for its clients in the dynamic Nigerian market. The momentous occasion coincided with the Denso Africa Regional Conference, which brought together industry leaders, visionaries, and change makers to explore the evolving market landscape and unlock future opportunities for the African continent. The celebration at Marriott Hotel Ikeja, Lagos reflected a playful wink at MediaFuse Denso's penchant for turning the ordinary into extraordinary. In attendance were the Director General of the Advertising Regulatory Council, Dr. Lighinc, Chief Executive Officer of Denso Europe, Middle East and Africa, Andre Andrade, the CEO of Denso Africa, Don Rowlands, as well as representatives from global media channels like Google, TikTok, and Meta. Business partners, clients, members of the media, and other stakeholders in the industry were also in attendance. In a landmark ceremony, the Out of Home Advertising Association of Nigeria, OAN, recently inducted 14 agencies into its body. President of the association, Shola Akinsiko, who disclosed this in an interview, stated that some of the agencies which had joined the association in the last 1 year were officially inducted alongside others during their annual general meeting in Asaba, Delta State. Akinsiko expressed optimism towards the inductees' passionate belief in the association's values and purpose, adding that their decision to identify with OAN will further infuse dynamism and energy into the association's rich entrepreneurial tradition. The president reiterated that OAN's leadership is committed to building a more united and inclusive association with common goals, vision, and purpose aimed at building a better future both for the sector and the industry. WPP, one of the world's largest advertising and marketing services companies, has reported its 2023 full-year financial results, showing a slight increase in net revenue, resulting to 11.9 billion euros, marking a 0.5% growth compared to the previous year. Despite challenges, WPP achieved an organic revenue growth of 0.9% for the same period. CEO Mark Reed acknowledged in the fourth quarter of 2023 that WPP experienced organic growth of 0.3% indicating a steady but modest performance in the last quarter of the year. Looking ahead to 2024, WPP expects more organic growth with a potential improvement in operating profit margin of up to 0.4%. However, the news of the modest growth led to a decrease in the company's shares, which fell by more than 5%. The global landscape of newspaper advertising is undergoing significant shifts, with projections indicating both challenges and opportunities for stakeholders in the industry. As a world market research platform, Statista forecast the market to reach a substantial figure of $33.35 billion in 2024. However, the growth trajectory is expected to exhibit a declining trend with an anticipated annual growth rate of -5.09% between 2024 and 2028. The United States is poised to dominate revenue generation in the newspaper advertising market with a projection of $5,024 million in 2024. Next is Brand in Focus, right after the break.
Where is Glory?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello? Where Glow now?
I didn't hear you.
Glow don't go village, tell all our customer abi.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow dedicated 10x. Now he might take tension my customers. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Can't even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1.5 when they give all of us, so you then enjoy up to
15,000 naira credit and data.
And I say I never finish you. See, when I say if we enjoy, if we join Glow dedicated 10x, when I go get 1,000 naira welcome credits. Finish.
Glow, you don't win.
Una see they here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please save now Glow with they fine. Now Glow with they go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now on Branding Focus. The digital marketing landscape in 2024 is projected to be characterized by a surge in investments in online video, social media, and mobile platforms, with TikTok and YouTube emerging as the front runners, while X faces challenges and the metaverse experiences a decline in confidence. The allure of TikTok and YouTube as advertising platforms appears to be gaining momentum, reflecting a shift in audience engagement and preferences. As users flock to these dynamic video sharing platforms, marketers are keen on capitalizing on the potential reach and impact offered by these channels. Meanwhile, traditional channels like print, cinema, and TV, however, might experience either a stagnation or a decrease in spending according to projections. Some creative agencies believe that consumers, driven by a desire for value and a focus on essentials, are steering the marketing narrative towards authenticity and result, backed by latest insights from a WAC report, which revealed that the continuous shift in consumer preferences has pointed TikTok and YouTube as major beneficiaries of increased marketing spend in 2024. On the flip side, X, formerly Twitter, faces challenges due to recent controversies, leading 31% of marketers to anticipate a reduction in investment. the highest drop seen in the past 3 years. Others also attributed the expected increase in YouTube and TikTok marketing spend to the surge in views on generative AI tool-related videos. A noticeable change in confidence towards the metaverse is also evident according to the WAC report. While 47% of marketers foresaw an increase in metaverse investment in 2023, only a mere 11% hold the same expectation for the following year. This significant change signals a re-evaluation of the metaverse's current impact and its potential role in marketing strategies, causing marketers to approach this evolving landscape with caution. Welcome back. Next is Industry Conversation, where we have discussions with industry thought leaders who have distinguished themselves in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. My guest today is the CEO of a fast-rising advertising agency in Nigeria. Stay tuned.
Hello, my bro. Man, the rain is so heavy here. And there's so much traffic. I think we should postpone, huh?
Not a chance. Aisha.
We don't quit, guys. I'll be there.
Done.
Two files received.
I'm on my way. Take first right in 50 meters and you're there.
Copy that. Aisha, where are you?
Guess where?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Move. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Runway X.
The future of fashion showcasing.
Very impressive. How did you pull that off?
With Nigeria's top tech talents.
And Globe.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow with pride.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Welcome back to Industry Conversation. My guest today is the CEO of Lighinc, a fast-rising advertising agency in Nigeria. Many thanks for joining us on the program, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, great. So I know that you are a seasoned professional in the industry. So I wanted to start with your assessment of the creative industry in Nigeria. What do you think about the creative industry in Nigeria?
You know, the Nigerian creative industry has, taken a significant growth over the years. If you say the Nigerian creative industry, the creative industry is quite large, where we see, the fashion industry, where we see the music industry, where we see, how will I put it, the film industry. However, if we are going to focus on the advertising industry, advertising industry has grown pretty big over the years. Now you see some of our agencies in Nigeria taking a good position when it comes to Cannes Lion, pretty much global recognition. Also, it has pretty much added to the country's, to our nation's GDP over time. Creation of employment, enacting pretty much the Nigerian cultural practices, and so on and so forth. So I would say the Nigerian creative industry, especially advertising, has grown over the years.
Okay, great. So let's talk about the challenges of last year. What would you describe as some of the challenges the industry faced last year, and what was the impact of the challenges or those challenges on the industry?
Nigerian advertising industry has faced I'll say imminent challenges, in 2023, and I'll say my major ones are like three. Evolving technology.
Okay.
Our industry is yet to, be at par with the Western world, in the sense that the industry is going pretty much technology-led. With the advent of AI, advent of AR and VR, we see that some of these technology are not yet acceptable, or are not yet pretty much accepted in the Nigerian economic landscape. So I would say those are one of the challenges. Also, I would say the second one will be regulatory compliance, right? We have seen over last year different regulations that came up with the fact that, okay, you can't shoot outside a Nigerian ad, you can't shoot it outside Nigeria, different regulatory that came up. However, you see some of our agencies, they are not yet pretty much 100% compliant to that, and I think the last one is lack of good data and market research. When so many people go out there, okay, they are trying to run advertising for a particular brand, some of all those communication, you figure out that they are not data led, right? So we lack a centralized data system in Nigeria that is supposed to inform our strategy at the end of the day, churning out good communication out there.
Okay, great. So regardless of those challenges, would you say there were any milestones that were hit in last year? Were there any milestones that were recorded? What were these milestones?
Okay, yeah, I would say the Nigerian advertising revenue actually grew, right? Based on statistics, I can't really mention too much of the numbers because I'm not really sure right now, but I would say the revenue, since the advent of COVID, when we came out of COVID, that is it 2020?
Yes,
it has grown over the years, and we saw a significant growth in advertising spend for last year. And of course, by the time we have good advertising spend, it's going to contribute to the country's national GDP. So yes, I would say that. And secondly, I would say there is like a spend surge when it comes to digital advertising, because the level of digital consumers in Nigeria has grown over the years, right? And it's during COVID you discover that COVID actually took almost everybody to digital, because everybody couldn't go out. And at the end of the day, more spend has been on digital, even sometimes more than some traditional media. We have our Gen Zs these days that some of them don't even really watch TV nor listen to radio. The major thing is they keep stuck to their digital to their phones, right? And at the end of the day, how do we get people? How do we get our consumers? We get them where they are, and so far they are on their phones, they're on digital. So that made digital advertising spend increase. Like there's a serious surge in digital advertising spend, which is actually contributing a lot to the country's GDP. So another one is some of our Nigerian agencies being recognized. They got like a global recognition in Cannes, right? And which some Nigerian agency won, and this was so lovely because it's a good news to the Nigerian advertising agency space, and pretty much giving us like a global recognition out there. So yeah.
Okay, great. So you mentioned surge, and I wanted to say that last year there were, some surge of trends last year. Now, do we expect to see another surge of trends this year? What do you think the trends might be that we might see this year?
Okay, so if you are going to be forecasting based on trends, right? Definitely there are new trends every year. You know, when you get on Twitter, when you get on digital space,
okay,
something trends now and something you don't get bored, right? So last year we have pretty much the rise of influencer, you know, marketing growing from one level to another, right? Especially the advent of TikTok and TikTok users, right? So this year we're actually going to see more of video content than even the still content, because people are consuming a whole lot of video content rather than still content. And also we are looking at a more integration of AI, you know, that's artificial intelligence, into the Nigerian advertising space, because you see everything being done. I mean, 2 years ago, last year, they weren't really accepting, you know, the use of AI. But right now, people are not scared anymore. You know, they are actually, you know, now embracing the use of AI when it comes to the advertising space.
Okay, so I know that the social media scene in Nigeria keeps changing. You know, it's quite dynamic. Now, what do you think about influencer marketing? Do you think that it plays a pivotal role, you know, in brand strategies this year, and the success of brand strategies this year?
Yes, I'll say yes, and to be a big yes, right? The industry, when it comes to, you know, influencer marketing, is experiencing a significant growth right now, right? We can say those are like the pioneers of trends. You see, influencers are pretty much the pioneer of trends. And how can we pivot into the next level when it comes to the Nigerian advertising space? Is pretty much, you know, like you asked me earlier, when it comes to, you know, bringing up, you know, new trends, right? And because these are like the major tool, influencers, social media influencers are like the major tool for, you know, spreading the trends, like making things trends, like bringing up new trends, right? So I would say yes. The Nigerian market, right, for influencer advertising in Nigeria is projected growth by, you know, 8.86 to in 2024 to 2028, right? There will be a significant growth, you know, resulting in increase in market value, right? And also, the result of influencer marketing is attributed to increase in utilization of social media, you know, by the youthful Nigerian population. Do you understand? Okay. And when you see anything that is trending now, it is the Nigerian youth that is pretty much, you know, making a trend. So we see new trends coming out. So yes, influencer marketing is growing because they are playing a pivotal role when it comes to setting of new trends in Nigerian advertising landscape.
Okay, great. So how would you assess Nigeria's creative agencies, now talking about the agencies now, in terms of practice and brand management business? Do you think they're doing a fantastic job, as it were?
Yes, I would say yes, they are doing a fantastic job, because right now, like I mentioned, you know, some of Nigerian agencies, you know, got recognitions, you know, on a global scale, which is Cannes, which is one of the biggest creative, how will I put it, recognition you can see out there, right? We've made significant impact. If we don't have significant impact, we won't be recognized globally, right? And which is one of our missions also, to take the Nigerian advertising agency to show the world that yes, we can actually do advertising in Nigeria, even pretty much more than what people think we could, right? I would say, right, you know, some of the challenges that are, how will I put it, that are threatening the Nigerian creative industry is pretty much some of our policy gaps and lack of centralized data. You understand? And you know, that is supposed to enrich findings, right? And inform good strategy, thereby leading to good communication, right? I would say the Nigerian Advertising Agency, you know, will benefit from a comprehensive survey and studies which provide empirical knowledge, right, on the industries, including, you know, their contribution to the economy. And like I said earlier, you know, the Nigerian advertising industry has contributed and keep contributing more to the Nigerians' GDP.
It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you on the program, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's the much we can take on this week's episode of the program. Join us same time next week for more informative episodes. I am OLAWALE. Bye for now.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Every second, every minute, every hour, and every day, time doesn't just tick away. It's a countdown to political decisions that shape our world.
This country must move.
Imagine the impact these decisions have on our lives. Some are consequential, others may leave us intrigued or baffled.
You will have no better friend and partner than Nigeria.
Step in and feel the frenzy like never before. Join me every weekday for an hour of fact-finding interviews where questions cut to the core.
What does Tinubu have that other 17 candidates do not have?
I will dig in to get to the heart of issues, from local politics to global insight. Join me as I unearth the power plays, jaw-dropping revelations and the unfiltered truth. This isn't just politics, it's unraveling the stories that matter. Brace yourself for Politics Tonight every weekday at 8 p.m, where every decision echoes along the corridors of our lives. Politics Tonight, only on TVC News.
The Inspector General of Police has met with senior officers to review the state of security.
We are continuing our coverage of the arrest of Godwin Emefiele.
The Senate has summoned the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to properly brief the Senate regarding the state of the economy.
President Bola Tinubu has announced the total removal of fuel subsidy.
The first subsidy is gone. What I will never take is threat.
Let's now bring you more development from Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, where an explosion has taken place. Tell us about this incident.
TVC News, first with breaking news.
Our planet, our home, threatened by man's activities with fears of mass extinction on the rise. On Green Angle, we examine the issues that affect our environment, seek solutions to put us on track to secure and restore a cleaner and greener world for generations to come.
From the valleys through the hills to the riverbanks of Kogi State, we bring you update on the developmental and economic activities of the Kogi State government under the leadership of Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo on Confluent States Today. From road construction to infrastructure, health and human development, we take you on a journey around the 21 local government areas of Kogi State on Confluence States Today. Kogi State is moving forward. Our people are enjoying the true dividends of democracy.